being here.
Mm-hmm.
Why Chicago? What is it about Chicago that, part of our class, the theme of our class is kind of how Chicago shapes us, how we shape Chicago, and the whole community aspect. So if you had to say what Chicago really means to you and why you kind of embrace the idea of Mr. Chicago.
So I love Chicago. First of all, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I love Chicago. I actually grew up about 3 to 4 blocks from here, and what was known as the Village, okay, down on Roosevelt and Laughlin. You go down there now, and over in this area now, it's totally different, okay? There's a lot of businesses, there are condos, they're building houses. White people can jog through the neighborhood, right? It's so different now, okay? And the thing I love about Chicago is the diversity. We're sitting in this room with people from everywhere, right? It doesn't matter. You can be white, you can be black, you might be Asian, you might be Chinese, from Africa, Muslim. It doesn't matter. But we're all in this one space together, right? And the thing that's so cool about Chicago, it's a place where this can happen, where we can all learn together. Like if you look at my shirt, right? My shirt says Black Economics. Black Economics, Black Economics, right? Now, I'm wearing the shirt is Black History Month, right? And the reason I'm wearing this shirt is it's not a knock against anybody, but it's just saying that in my community, we should build our own, buy from each other, and supply the world with the knowledge and the resources that we have, right? Because in my community, we have, I have white people that open up stores, Palestinian people that open up stores, Spanish people that open up stores, and that's all cool. But now, in my mind, why can't we open up stores as well? So we can give to the community as well. And so it's not about being, because we all buy from each other, right? Think about it. We all buy from each other. We all interact with each other. So I encourage people to take who you are, no matter who you are, and be relevant. Okay? In Chicago, the thing I love about Chicago is you can go different places in Chicago and you can see everything. They have Little Italy, right? They have Chinatown, right? They have the Ukrainian village, right? They have what they call Pilsen, and in the hood we might call it Little Mexico, right? Because we can go and get a taste or a feel of each culture, and I think that's cool. And me personally, my wife is Hispanic. My wife is Hispanic. Growing up, I grew up in the city. I went from being around all black people to all white people, right? The school I went to, I promise you, when I got there might have been 10 black kids, no more than 15 or 20, for sure. But I had to adapt. I came from the west side of Chicago. It was rough. I literally had to fight every day. And then one thing that you guys probably don't know about me, I couldn't read until I was in 6th grade, right? I was always told what I couldn't do, what I couldn't be, where I couldn't go. I was going to end up dead, in jail, on drugs. This is what I was told. But I was determined not to let someone's opinion become my reality. Now I stand before you. I have a master's degree. I've worked in education for a number of years. I'm an on-air TV personality. I've been on major shows, and I got the tagline, Mr. Chicago. Do you think people give you something like that if they don't like you or if you're not worthy? Like, I take it to heart. That's why I'm always trying to inspire people, right? And today I did a post, a moment in history. Anybody ever heard of Paul Leroy Robeson? Anybody ever heard of Paul Robeson? Right? So now let me give you a little fact. Paul Robeson reminds me of myself. When I came out of school, I played a little pro football, kept getting hurt, couldn't do that anymore. Then I went into education. I became a police officer, and I was always doing motivational speaking, even as a kid. Right? So Paul Robeson was an NFL player, and guess what he did while he was in the NFL? He got a law degree. He was an activist. He was an American-based, an actor. So he did all of these things, which epitomizes to me my saying, be symbolic, which means being deeply rooted stimulates growth. No one can stop you from doing what you want to do. No one can tell you where to go. No one can tell you how, no one can limit your education, right? No one can tell you who you want to marry. No one can tell you what business to open. No one can tell you that you can't have kids. There's only one person that can stop you, and who is it? Yourself. I'll give you an example, right? See this book? I wrote this book. Who's the author of this book? This is for participation. Who's the author of this book?
You.
Huh?
You.
All of the information in this book, from the beginning to the middle to the end, who put it in there? Huh?
You did.
Okay, now let's reverse it. Who's the author and finisher of your faith?
Me.
Huh? You, right? Right? It begins with you and it ends with you, right? So what am I saying? Whatever it is that you dream of doing, whatever you think your purpose is, any goal that you want to meet, who is it up to? Huh? It's up to you. So when you talk to me about what Chicago is, Chicago taught me a lot. Chicago taught me how to live, taught me how to love, taught me how to hate. I keep it real. And I don't hate anybody. But can people do things that make you hate it? Right? And I always say life is simple as ABC. Your attitude, your behavior, and your character. Those three things will define you. Your attitude, your behavior, and your character. And it's so funny, I always say the ABCs of life, right? I always say the ABCs of life, right? So your attitude, your behavior, and your character. What's your attitude in the morning when you get up? Man, I gotta go to school. I'm tired of this shit. Have we ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there.
Not for this class, though. We love this.
But what do we have to do? We have to change our thinking, right? We have to get up in the morning, brush our teeth. Everybody brush their teeth when they get up in the morning? I hope so. Right? So you get up in the morning, right? You brush your teeth. Watch some of us, like I work out in the evening, and then so I might take a shower at night. So in the morning, if I haven't I was about to crack a joke. I was about to say if I haven't wet the bed or nothing, I don't have to take a shower in the morning, right? But I like to laugh. So I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, and I wash my face, and I comb my hair. And see, I'm black, right? See my hair? My hair is a little twisted, and everybody has their thing. Like my son CJ, so CJ's mixed, and his hair is more like his hair. So he can do the comb over. We always say he Chris with the good hair, right? But then little Simeon, he's mixed, but his hair is like mine, right? And then my daughter, her hair is kind of like hers, but really curly, right? So what am I saying? We all get up and we have different things that we do. You might straighten your hair. Hell, you might just get up and comb it back and put it in a ponytail. Yeah. Or you might just say, oh, whatever. Right? And then you might just go. What's your attitude? But are you ready to learn? Are you ready to be the best you? Are you ready to go to the next level? And we have that opportunity when we go to school and get an education. And then your behavior. How do you act? How do you act? Like, for real, are you a jerk? Do people hate to see you coming? Like, for real, you're like, huh. What's your name? Michael. Here comes Michael. Michael gonna say something stupid. He gonna be mad about something. He gonna tell me what's your name? Ken. Mm-hmm. He gonna tell me how Ken, he don't like Ken. And what's your name? Michaela. And what's your name? Corey. But he like Corey. So Corey gonna be the person he talks to. Like, hey, Corey, what's going on? Did you see Ken? Oh, my God. But your behavior. Like, what do people How do you treat people? How many of you guys know that people have to like you? Some of y'all don't know that, huh? I'll do you one better. People have to love you. And you might, okay, now raise your hand if you think it doesn't matter if people like you. No, be honest. Be honest. It does. I'm going to help you, okay? Because I would be one of the first people back in the day to be like, man, I don't care what nobody think. It don't matter. In a way it doesn't, but in a way it does. You know why? Tell me one thing that you've ever done in this life of significance, or somewhere you went, or something you needed, where you didn't have to deal with people. Does it make sense now? You always have to deal with people, whether you want to or not. What's your name?
Arian.
Huh? Arian. I don't have to like him, but I need to respect him. I don't have to like Arian. I'd be like, man, I don't like Arian. He wear 2 left shoes. I don't know how he do it, but he does it. But I don't have to like him, but I have to respect him. Does that make sense? It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't have to like you, man, but I will respect you. And guess what? I'm going to command respect. Don't expect nobody to respect you if you can't respect people. People do it all the time. Oh, you want respect, but when's the last time you gave it? What you give out is what you'll get in. Does that make sense? So we have to pause, relax, and press forward. Remind me of that, okay? So my question to you is, what's your next question to me?
Questions for Simeon?
Anything. You can ask me anything you want to know. If I have an answer, I'll get it. If I don't, I'll Google it.
What part of the West Side did you grow up
I grew up in the village, right on Roosevelt and by Ashland. And then right now I live close to Cape Town, off Ogden and by Albany by Douglas Park. Where you from the West Side? Where about?
I'm from UK, but like that one.
Oh yeah. Well, did you go to Orem? Where'd you go?
Elcott.
Oh, you went to? I know Alcott. Yeah, I know.
That's funny.
Come on, man, please. I just told you I'm Chicago. Stop. I take this title seriously. Yes.
What helped you stay motivated when like people told you you can't do this or you can't do that?
Man, that's a good question. That is a good question. She said, what helped me? What's your name again?
Corey.
Corey said, what helped you stay motivated? Now, please listen to this because I'm going to help you. You might be smart, but how many of you know that it takes more than just brains? Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. What kept me motivated? First of all, my mother, my faith. Since before I could even read, and I still have the little, you remember when you were in grammar school or like kindergarten and they gave you that little brown paper with the big lines, with the dotted lines to teach you how to write? I have a verse, Philippians 4:13. It's tattooed on my arm. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Hey, check this out. I don't impose my beliefs on anybody. All I tell you is believe in something, right? Believe in something. And I believed that I can do anything I put my mind to, right? And besides me believing it, my mom, who's in heaven now, she always instilled that in me. And then one of my teachers, who was my godfather, he just called me yesterday. Now, this is a group of white people are using my book for their book club in March. The oldest book club in the state of Illinois. Like, that's, to me, an honor. But let's go back. People told me, I had a lady look me in my face and told me, because in grammar school I was a really good basketball player. And I knew, so if you couldn't play basketball, it's for one or two reasons. You were ineligible because of your grades, or you were hurt, right? And if you're really good and everybody knows you play and people come see you play, if you're not playing, they know, right? So if you're walking around, what's your name? Luis. If I'm walking around like this, do I look like I'm hurt? So if you see me and I'm not playing, it's because of what? My grades. So now I get labeled a dumb jock. I'm giving you my thoughts. I never wanted to be labeled a dumb jock. Sports pushed me to work hard in school. So now I'm an actor, right? I learned 100-page scripts. You could tell me something, I'll remember it. One of my teachers taught me how to read by memorizing words. So if you know anything about, remember when you were in school and you guys would read out loud in class and the teacher would go around and pick people? So what I would do is I would go ahead and I would find the words I knew and what I could read, and I would look ahead and I would say, oh, I can read that paragraph. And when it was, I'd be like, hey, Miss Farley, right? So now I'm reading these words that I don't know what the hell they mean. I just memorized them, right? And so I would read, and what's your name?
Zainab.
Huh?
Zainab.
Zainab. And say I like Zainab, right? And I want her, and I know she's smart, and I like her, but I don't want her to think I don't want her to think I'm a dummy. She knows I'm a good athlete. She knows everybody like me, but she's smart, and I don't want her to think I'm a dummy. So I don't want her to think that I'm a dummy. So what I do is I get to the part that I can read, and I read it. Even though he wanted me to believe that he was oblivious to his actions, I needed him to hear directly from me how I was affected. Because of God and my mother, I could genuinely begin the process of forgiveness and be a bigger man. I just impressed the girl I like. She like, oh my God, not only is he a good athlete, but he's smart.
And what he just did was him in high school, and he would all the girls would be like, oh,
right? So, but look, so look. So what I did was, I was so determined to win in life, because where I came from, I was so determined to win. I used all of my flaws, and I honed in on what I was good at, and I used what I was good at to pull me out of my flaws, right? I never forget, my mom loved us. She took care of us. We always ate. But me and my brother, I had to wear my big brother's clothes, right? It was like when all the kids got the new gym shoes and all of that, I couldn't get that. Not because my mom didn't love me, because she couldn't afford it. I would never forget when the Jordans came out, right? I wanted the Jordans so bad. And my mom was like, I'm going to get them for you. I'm going to get them for you. I'm like, okay, cool, right? So there was this, you know the store Payless? So if you know anything about Payless, they always try to imitate the shoes that are out, right? They had a pair of Pro Wings that look just like the Jordans. Only difference is, Jordans got the soft rubber bottom, but the Payless shoes bottom is like this. So you really wouldn't be playing basketball, you'll be ice skating. But my mama, God bless her soul. My mother, just, moms don't know. She saw these shoes that look exactly like the ones I wanted for $20 and got them for me. And Payless, they don't give you the whole box, right? So my mom took the box that the iron came in and she wrapped it up real good. And I opened it. I'm like, what the heck did you give me an iron for? Right? So when I first opened it, I saw what I thought were the Jordans, and I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, Mama. And then when I took them out, there were some Pro Wings. But you know what I did? I hugged my mama and I kissed my mama and I put them on and I wore them. I didn't care what anybody thought. You know why? Because she loved me that much just to try to make me happy. And things like that, Corey, is what made me, now y'all, you don't even want to see my gym shoe collection. The only reason I don't have on gym shoes today is because of snow. I take care of my shoes. I literally have about 60 pair of shoes. I got pictures I can show you my gym shoe collection. It's sick, ridiculous. Any shoe I want. I just got a pair of Black History Month Spike Lee Jordans. Just because I wanted them. Now I can do that. My wife was like, you got a problem. I said, I sure do. The problem of getting what the heck I want. No, but when you come from a place where you couldn't have it, and now you can do it, it's really about you. It shows the hard work and determination that you had to be successful. Whether it's in trying to impress a girl, whether it was trying to be the best, whether it was trying to learn how to read, you had to find something within yourself. And that's why this right here, that's where this comes from. So this is it says be symbolic. And if you notice, I spell symbolic with an I. Why? Because my name is Simeon. My nickname was Simbo, right? I'm a Phi Beta Sigma, right? So now you look at all the, it's the E is like the Sigma sign, right? Blue and white, those are our colors. Now here you go, symbolic is spelled with the I because it's mine, and it means being deeply rooted stimulates growth. That means to simply be your best. And then you see the roots that are going down in the ground. When you're deeply rooted, it stimulates growth. That's where the leaf comes out. So it's all symbolic. See that? It's all symbolic of who you are and who you want to be. I probably walked through that door and y'all are like, what this black guy about to talk about? You know, I'm a chameleon. Like today I'm like this. Tomorrow I might have on a suit. Then I might have on my trues or my jogging suit or whatever I wear. I'm going to be clean and I'm going to be presentable. I don't care who I come around. I can be like, I might wear an earring, I might not. It's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do as long as I respect people and I'm respectful and show people who I am. Are you going to judge me because I have an earring in my ear? Are you going to judge me by the words that come out of my mouth and the way I treat you? Right? So when we talk about diversity, you see all these punctuations and exclamation marks, and you got to add a period and a semicolon and a comma. Boy, I remember that was like speaking another language to me.
Hey, watch it.
No, I'm keeping it real. But check it out. But check it out. Look, but this is my point. But I learned how to do it. I learned how to do it. Why? Because it was necessary. It was necessary. And because I learned how to do this, I was able to do this. Right? And because I learned how to do this, I was able to do this. Stand in front of you and talk. It's so funny. When I do comedy, right? I do a joke about black people. Anybody here got black friends? Anybody here got black friends? Tell me if this is true or not. Even my Spanish friends, right? This is true. We talking to each other. Or it's like, yo, what up, dog? Man, I'm telling you, Joe, we gonna kick it. It's going down, right? We doing it. And then let your phone ring and you think it's your boss or it's a number you don't know. Right? Here's the scenario. Can I see your phone? Can I see your phone? Or even this. Watch this. So what's up, little mama? You gonna let me get them digits? Man, I know you feeling me. I mean, come on now. What's up? And then the phone ring and you're like, hello? Yeah, this is Simeon. Sure, no problem. I'll be right there. All right. Thank you. Okay, you take it easy. Bye-bye. Is that the same person? We will switch up at the drop of a hat. Right? That's how we are. Come on, man. The way when you're talking to your friends, do you talk the same way when you have to get up here and give a lecture or a speech or present? No, because you know better. You come up and say, okay, today I'm going to talk about Piaget. Piaget had a theory. But as soon as I walk out the door, what's your name? Kevin. Hey, Kevin, what's up? We going to go over to the gym and kick it. We going to go who? Man, I know the honey's going to be watching. You better get your game right. Right? But that's what we do. That's the beauty about diversity. That's the beauty. I coach, right? And so I'm an assistant varsity coach. The head coach, Anil Menon. Anil. His name is Anil. Who can tell me what nationality you think he is? Anil. Yeah? So look, anytime we go to a game, 9 times out of 10, all the schools we play are all black. When him and I walk in, who do you think they think the head coach is? Me. Every time. We think it's hilarious. But check it out. Anil is your color. We're almost the same color. We were just laughing about that before I came here. Like, it's funny. But you can clearly tell Anil is not black because Anil's hair is, what's your name? Ashika. Ishita. Anil's hair is just like Ashita's. And he got the little comb over. I tease him about it all the time. But my point is this. In a world like today, that's the norm. My friend, my best friend, my brother-in-law, my wife, hell, people don't even think my kids are my kids. Sometimes I got to show ID to prove it my kids. Those aren't your kids. They're too light. What? Okay, I'm going to say this again. I know I'm dark, but their mother is Mexican. So therefore, we had little Blaxicans. But it doesn't matter. So when you talk about diversity, and you talk about Chicago, you get the best of both worlds. Meaning your world, who you are and where you come from, or your parents, where they come from, and other people. There's some people in here. Raise your hand if you're Mexican and you've never been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico 5 times. And I'm black. Ask me how many times I've been to Africa. None. I want to go. Not just because I'm black. I just think Africa would be cool to go to. I want to go to China. I want to go to Italy.
Shoes and go instead.
Huh?
She's got on those shoes. Save that
money. But I just had my own shoe. You saw my shoes, right? Did you see them? I just had my own shoes made. My Besimbolic shoe. They look like a cross between Chuck Taylors and Vans. And guess what? Guess what they were made from? They were made in Italy. Right? They're super nice. Soft leather. But I'm looking for somebody else to make them because Italy is too expensive. Italy.
We're not going to be able to buy those at Payless.
No, heck no. You're going to be able to buy my shoes at Payless.
Do I get the friend discount?
Yeah, you get the friend discount. They $150, you get them for $135. So, okay, so that's it. So that, Corey, those things, it takes me deep. It's not a simple answer. Because now you get to get a feel of who I am, but not only who I am, about how to deal with people, right? Got a question? Were you talking? I saw you shake your head a couple of times. I knew I was doing okay because she responded. At first she was just sitting there like, I'm like, I was gonna say, do you speak English? No, I don't know. I've been in places where people didn't speak English. But guess what? They understood to a certain extent because of my animation, my movements, and my personality. They knew I was saying something good. Just don't know what. He must be saying something good. Everybody laughing.
Other questions for Simeon?
Ask me whatever you want to ask. Now's the time to ask. Ask me about being an actor or a teacher or a coach or whatever. It don't matter.
How long did it take you to write your book?
Good question. So, I think I have about 5 books in me. Like, in this book, it actually took me, I want to say, let's say it took me a few years, right? Because I didn't know how I wanted to do it. Now, this book would have been, if I put everything I wanted to put in the book would have been this thick. So, I had to figure out what I wanted to convey right now. What I wanted people to know right now. Right? So, I broke everything down, and my book was meant to motivate people. Right? I'll give you guys the online version, okay? Because you all got smartphones, and you know, and y'all college students, so I know you ain't got no money. Last time I gave away like 20 books. I got to stop doing that. No, but that's who I am. I just give them away. But I got to remember, all the books that I sell go back into getting books, so I can really. This book is not about profit for me. It's about getting the word out. That's why I just give you guys the online so you can pull it up on your phone. But so when I did the book, I wanted I didn't want people to be bored. I wanted to tell my story, and I wanted to motivate people and inspire people, right? So there's a whole history of my life that's not even in this book, right? And I touched on points, and I took it from 5 years old, which was kindergarten, to when I to college. And what I did was, and I thought I was finished with the book. And just when I thought I was finished with the book, I was talking to one of my good friends who I always confide in, and then we came up with something else, and I was like, damn, now I gotta go back. And it took another month because of that conversation. So my titles in my book are all symbolic and relevant to overcoming, right? So I'll give you an example, like the first chapter is slaying your Goliath, right? What is Goliath? What does that mean to us when you hear Goliath? Anybody? When you hear Goliath, you think about the story of who? Huh? David and Goliath, right? Everybody in here know Goliath was a giant? Do anybody know that? Anybody? Who don't know that? See, you guys got to read the book. So in the Bible, there was a story of David and Goliath. So let me say this. Anybody in here, just by a show of hands, raise your hand if you have faith. You're not sure. Ken not sure. So you don't. You don't. Corey don't. Oh, you, okay. Okay. Now put your. Hey, guys, we gonna help them real quick. Ken not sure. How you say your name again? Arian don't. And what's your name? Adriana don't. Right? I bet you they do. Watch this. And after I say this, be honest. Because, you know, sometimes people want to just stay in they're right. Just be honest when I say this. Throw religion out of it. Does anybody know the definition of faith? Do you? Take a stab at it.
Yeah, I would say it's believing something greater than yourself.
Close. Close. That's relevant. Guys, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Did you hear that? Faith,
That's good. That's really good.
right, is the substance. Substance is what? Things. Right? Things. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So what am I saying? I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. You got faith. Throw religion out. Let's look at the definition. Now, this question is to you three. Just answer it honestly. Have you ever asked your mom or dad for clothes, a bike, or something for Christmas or anything? Anybody? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You never asked your parents for anything? Nothing. You never asked them for anything? For real? Okay, I'm gonna get him last. I like he's a challenge. Why? Have you ever asked your parents for anything? Yeah. Right? Now, anytime that you've asked your parent for something, have they ever told you, I can't get it right now, but I'll get it later? Yeah. Yes? Did you believe them?
No, sometimes.
No. Was there a time that you believed them? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right. Right. Did they eventually get it? No. But you believed that they were going to get it, right? Did they eventually get it? Right. Guys, that's faith. The substance of things hoped for. You hope for something, right? Some substance, something, right? Yeah. You hope for it, right? Yeah. You hope for it, right? Did you have it when you were hoping for it? What? Did you have it? When you were hoping for it, did you have it? No, you didn't. No, so listen. So when you hoped for it, did you have it? No. You didn't, did you? But you hoped you would get it, and you believed you would get it, right? Yeah. Right, okay? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You hoped you had it. You hoped you would get it. One day you got it. You didn't. I feel so sorry for you. Let me know what it was. Maybe I'll get it for you, depending on what it is. But so, do you guys get where I'm going with this? We all have faith, right? He got it. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate you for being honest. I don't have to. No, I was going to give him another example, but he got it. So you guys see what I'm saying? We all have faith. I don't care who you believe in. If you believe in Jesus, God, Allah, Buddha, the Holy Mary, or you worship this statue or whatever, you have faith. It doesn't matter who you are or what you believe in. We all have faith. Even people that don't speak our language have faith. Right? That's what you use to be successful, Corey. Use your faith. You know, you might, I want to get an A. I got to get an A. Oh my God, I want to. You're focused on getting an A. So if you're focused on getting an A, what are you going to do, girlfriend? That's my girlfriend. Huh? You're going to work for it. You're going to do what it takes to get an A. Right? So that's it. So you see how I answered your question about the book, but something else came out of that? That's what you call a teachable moment. Right?
All right, we have a really important debate in this class that you need to answer.
Okay.
I know you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of chicken fans in here.
Oh, yes.
Chicken.
Like
Okay.
hardcore chicken fans. I'm
Okay.
not kidding. Best chicken in Chicago. You have to pick one.
There's
and you've
two.
been all over. No, you
You're
have to
debating.
pick one. You've been all
Harold's
over this
And
city.
Uncle Remus.
And Uncle Remus.
We was debating. on
Okay, but you can't do two.
Okay, now
Because that's what
now
we're
if I have to
down
pick,
And just
I'm
Tom
gonna
and
keep
I-
it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Now our friendship's on the line because
If I have to pick, I'm gonna pick Harold.
Ew.
Look at her, she's like, oh yeah. Right?
That's what I said.
So
Tell us why. Because she's wrong and she's gonna be sad now.
here we go. They got this mild sauce that you put on the chicken. So this is how I eat my Harold's chicken. This is like I work out, I try to stay, you can't stay sexy eating Harold's chicken every day, right? So the mild sauce, you gotta get the mild sauce and hot sauce and pepper. That's my combination. And you have to get the wings fried well, right? So when I'm in the hood, I gotta say fried hard. One time I said that, I was like, yeah, can I have my wings fried well? They was like, huh? I was like, my bad, fried hard. But it's good. The fries are so good. But now Uncle Remus is really good too. Their sauce, their mild sauce. And I know the lady that owns Uncle Remus now, Charlene. It's crispy. It's really crispy. And but I'm trying not to eat meat anymore. So if I eat chicken, it's like once a month. So,
You just disappointed like 95%.
No, but yesterday one of my students brought me help me out. It's like a cactus salad. What do they call it? Say again? Nopales. Yep. One of my students brought me some nopales with some corn tortillas, some arroz, and frijoles. Muy bueno. Me gusto mucho. Yep. Anybody have any more questions? Yes, sir.
How did you build connections with people, and how did you get to where you are now?
Great question. Great question.